Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Today's topic is our healing body. We know from living in this body that it heals and regenerates all on its own. Our fingernails grow, our hair grows, our skin flakes off. It is constantly regenerating itself. So why is it, or why does it seem as if when we become injured that the healing isn't occurring, or we get frustrated because the healing isn't happening fast enough? So I wanted to talk about that today and give you some techniques on how to increase the speed at which the body heals using your mind, using intention, and using energy. The energy of thought, the energy of intention, however you want to put it. Have you ever woken up where, well, you go to bed at night, have you ever gone to bed and everything is fine, and then you wake up in the morning and all of a sudden your shoulder is crippled? Like you can't even bring it up to wash your hair. And I'm only saying this from experience. And you have no idea what happened to cause you this kind of pain. Imagine, imagine looking back at your day and saying, oh, what did I do differently? That's right. Instead of working at my desk, I took my laptop to the couch and I sat at an odd angle and I got hyper engaged in a work email or watching a TV show or just working on the mouse. And that repetitive motion without conscious thought, which happens to all of us, I'm sure, caused some sort of muscular or repetitive stress injury or something, to the point where you really feel as if you need some sort of intervention from a medical professional. I would encourage you to try a few of these techniques today that I'm going to talk about. If you encounter an injury in your body, whether it's a joint or body part, I know that it can get frustrating as we're experiencing pain to focus on some of the things I'm going to focus on. But in my experience, these things help. These things help ease the pain. These things help speed the healing process. So I encourage you to step through them. But number one is to look at your physical environment. Look at things that you may have done over the last few days or things that you are doing differently to see if there's something that you could correct. I'll give you an example. I was sitting at my desk at work. I have two monitors. They were faced like this. I thought, well, I'm going to center myself. So if I'm working on email, I'm here. If I'm working on spreadsheets, I'm over here. And what would happen is, that's fine and dandy on the emails, but then I would get engaged in a project where I'm working very intently on a spreadsheet. So I'd have it over here, but I'd still have my body turned in one direction. But because I was so focused on, figuring out the solution to the problem, because I'm, putting formulas in, and I get very hyper focused when I'm doing that all this tension was being created in my body, in my neck, in my shoulders, and it was being done at such an angle to where the right side of my shoulders and neck were in constant pain. They were cracking, they were snapping, and for quite some time I didn't know what was happening. I thought maybe I had something going wrong with my muscular skeletal structure. But I sat down, I looked at what I was doing when it hurt, and I realized it hurt a lot more after a Friday afternoon of crunching all those numbers than it did on Monday when I hadn't been at my desk all weekend. So I started changing the way that I sat at my desk, and it was simple. It was as simple as moving my keyboard from the middle of those two monitors to my right monitor. And now on my left monitor, I keep a beautiful picture of the last place I traveled so that I can just have a reminder. Now, if I really need that monitor, I pull it over. But most of my multitasking, if you want to call it multitasking, is done on the one monitor. More and more research shows that multitasking actually decreases productivity. So I feel good about keeping it all on one screen at this point. So that's the first thing, is making sure we look at our environment. The second thing is using our thoughts and intentions to direct positive energy toward the area that we want to heal. There's a few different techniques. Today we're going to use just the energy of thought. We're going to direct thought and light around our body. And you guys, if you've joined my live stream before, You're pros at this because we direct light around our body probably in a third, if not more, of the videos or the guided meditations. We're going to use specific colors today that relate to healing in some of the techniques that I've learned. So I'm combining teachings from Dr. Joe Dispenza and also from Dr. Joseph Michael Levry. Dr. Joe teaches the neuroscience behind our mind, behind meditation and quantum physics, and Dr. Joseph Michael Levry is the founder of Nam Yoga. So a couple things you can do is using your hands to direct intention and energy. And so that in those cases, you rub your hands together and you're stimulating all the nerve cells in the hands. And then after you rub them together, you pull them apart maybe 6 inches, and you can actually feel, if you pay attention, a tingling or a heat. You'll start to feel it. And you can anchor that energy in your hands with your intent just by feeling it. And then I've been doing this week because my shoulder has been bothering me. And then you can just place that on the area of your body, whether it's one hand or both hands, and just keep the focus on that energy that you felt between your hands, but now you're feeling it coming off the single hand or both hands. So that is one technique. And then what we're going to do today in meditation, which is directing form of light or color of light, and really focusing on not that you want the pain to stop, like, oh, I need this pain to stop, I want this pain, because really all the universe around you, your reality here is pain, pain, pain. So I've started using a term for not only just my body, but also for other things that I'm trying to create, where I say, I look forward to. So I look forward to my shoulder moving freely and being smooth and, just use words that are positive. And they can be as corny as could be, as you could just see I'm not very descriptive when it comes to my joints moving freely. However, I'm not focusing on a lack of pain. I'm focusing on where I want to be. And I'm feeling thankful for that. And I understand from my own experience and many, many times that it can be frustrating to focus on being grateful for having no pain when you have pain. And that is why I find that changing my words to what I would like to experience truly helps. My daughter is very, very good at coming up with very descriptive words. She'll probably be a writer at some point. So I'll ask her after the live stream what I should have used for my joints moving freely and smoothly and athletically. So that is one of the use of words that we can do, and thought, because then we feel grateful for what that will be like. We give thanks for it before it comes into reality. Dr. Joseph Michael Levry from Nam Yoga says faith manifests reality. So the belief in the outcome is what, and knowing that outcome is coming to you, is what manifests it. Finally is the directing of the light. For the directing of the light, please refer to the guided meditation that is either linked above or posted on the page. Please subscribe to be notified of upcoming videos. Give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and don't forget to eat your cantaloupe.